Welcome to our live session. And we will beginning with GameStop. GameStop is up nearly 5%, but I'm also aware that the Russell is it was down earlier on. As a matter of fact, it was down to almost 2,331, but now up 2,343. That's the Russell index, Russell 1000 futures. If you just join us, thank you very much. We're seeing the broader market seems to be selling off. I think the Nasdaq is gaining, whereas the Russell index is has lost some value. So some very micro rotation going on there. The Dow is not changing that much. Okay, so as you can see, the GameStop. Okay, let's check the pre-market box so that we can see what's going on. Yes, you can see what's going on with GameStop. It's currently trading above all of its short-term trend lines. The signals are positive. Momentum is very bullish at the moment. So GameStop currently up 5.569%. So let's see if we can find any news concerning GameStop at the moment. No fresh news as such, so it's pretty much the activity input of regular market participants that's driving the stock. I mean, as we all know very well, so it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be news to have a GameStop moving up or moving around. So we also have AMC. AMC is just trading, moved sideways for close to the best part of 40 minutes now. It's been moving sideways, consolidating, currently up 8.87%. Coast is another stock that's on the move, up 9.94%, also moving sideways, but has moved sideways for nearly the entire pre-market session, but slightly trading above all of its trend lines, all of them. Nokia up 2.13%, also moving sideways as well. There was just an extension here, but since that time has been moving sideways. Indeed, there are retracements and extensions, but they're all very, very minor. But we can see that momentum is also very flat on Nokia as well at the moment. BlackBerry up 1.44%. So let's see if we can get more people involved in this. So bear with me while I share this link. Yeah, just give me a minute or two. Let me get this link shared. hold on. This is not coming up very well. Just bear with me, okay? LKCO, will just give me a minute. Let me share some of these links, okay? Just give me a minute. Now we'll look at LKCO, okay? Okay, let's have a look at LKCO. Okay, LKCO. Okay, luokung technology is up 29.25%. We can see based on this 1 minute chart, it is trading in between its short term and intermediate trend lines, but also trading above its long-term trend line. So this is the long-term trend line, the 200-day in this case. Then this and this are the short-term trend lines. This is the 10-day, this is the 20-day, and then this is the 50-day. So it extended just as the pre-market session began and has just been moving sideways. But we had this brief retraced from 1.40 down to 1.30. Would that be close to a 10% retracement? Is that let's see whether that is the case. No, not close to 10% retracement, but currently it is a bit quiet now. It's not much is going on. Momentum is also quite strong at the moment as well. So let's see whether we can find any news concerning LKCO. Obviously, it's of great interest to a lot of market participants. It's a penny stock. Who wouldn't want to get involved with the penny stock? Indeed, for some, it's not very good news, not the best thing they want to do. But for many market participants, it's good. Okay, we can also see that based on what happened. Okay, let's update this. Let's update this to 15th. We're looking at the daily chart right now. Indeed, we can always look at this daily chart on this screen, but the good thing about this is that it gives us dates and it gives us things like that, but on the other one it doesn't. So we have, yes, as at the 15th. Okay, this is the 12th. It hasn't updated. Let's see. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, it's correct. So as at the 12th of March, which was last Friday, this stock was, even though it was extending, but it was still in the it was extending from the 11th of March. Okay, as at the 8th of March, it was extending. It ran up how many days? That would be the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Probably 4 days of, I mean, on the average, because if some days where it retraced, but all in all, in 4 days it ran up these gains. From that 8th of March, it rose from 0.76 to this 1.06 it was. But so from that 8th of March, as a matter from the 5th of March, it suddenly came into a very good buy the dip opportunity in the intermediate time. So a lot of market participants actually waited until it got down to that 0.76 at the close of the 8th of March, and they jumped in. So this was a very good case of buy deep. For probably the fundamentals were all right, and they did, and it extended. But even after 4 days, it was still in that territory. So today, now we are looking at, what are we looking at right now? What's the price right now? We're looking at a price of 1.37. So 1.37 brings it out of that region. 1.37 is around here, 1.37. So in the short term, it's still okay, but not as good as it was. I mean, but in the long term, that was a very, very, very perfect opportunity when it was trading below its short term and intermediate trend line. So, but right now, it's based on what's going on in the pre-market session. It's now trading in between the short term and in between each short term trend lines now, and also now above its intermediate trend line and the long term trend line. So yes, it's gradually inching up and moving up. So its momentum is still there. It's still, the signals are there. The signals are good. Certain other market participants who are not very keen on looking at buying the dip. Some don't. If it's dipping, no, they're not there. Some, they want to see it improving as it is now. Currently, it is in between the short-term trend line. So, but some of these participants, what they will come and start doing is just scalping, day trading, picking up 10 cents gains and all that stuff, and it can ruin the whole dynamics of it all. But right now, it's in a good space for a lot of other people, but also for other people, they would have preferred that they saw the stock as at the 8th of March. That was the time, was absolutely perfect. It was retracing. It was a good time to jump in, and I believe the fundamentals for this stock is right as well. We've not done any due diligence on it, so, but the picture is not completely bad. It's extending. It hasn't, it's still way below it's this high of $3 that it achieved on the 16th of February. So yes, if you want to use that as a reference point, okay, and not base everything on the technicals, then you can just simply say yes, it's extending. Let's see how it goes. So I've got one like there. Thank you very much. So moving on, let's look at other ones. We've looked at LKCO. Let's look at NGA, Northern Genesis Line Electric. Northern Genesis Line Electric is up 14.92%. Not a penny stock. It has also been moving pretty much sideways at the moment. Since it extended at the beginning of the pre-market session, it has traded between roughly $19 and $21. So it's been moving sideways. Momentum is not very good at the moment. Not very strong, but this is what's going on now. Northern Genesis up 15.32%. Let's see if there's any news concerning it. Northern Genesis, it's coming up. So currently 170,500 shares have exchanged hands in the pre-market session now. Market cap of $706 million. It's a SPAC, special acquisition vehicle, trying to take the Lion Electric, trying to merge with Lion Electric and take it public. So we don't have any news at the moment for Lion Electric. You can obviously see Lion Electric to bring zero emission school buses to California largest school district. So over the last 10 trading sessions from the 12th of March, we can see the momentum is improving as well. The 14 period stochastic oscillator is bullish and improving. This, as it's indicating that more and more investors are beginning to buy shares after they had declined for over a period of from the middle of January till the 8th of March. It's declined, so but now it's coming up and improving. So Northern Genesis up 15.49%. So which other one do we have there? Yeah, a few other ones, but we don't even know whether there will be any activity for them right now. Okay, in the pre-market session, we have that American Battery Metals is currently down from where it closed on the 12th of March. It's currently at $2.1, but it closed at $2.155, so slightly down. Momentum currently in this pre-market session is also low. So let's look at HYSR, Sun Hydrogen. Sun Hydrogen it's gapped in the pre-market, so it's also up as well. It closed that session at session of the 12th of March at 0.15, currently trading at $0.16. At some point it exceeded $0.164. Momentum is also not, at least it's not oversold, but not that bullish as such. So Sun Hydrogen up by a fraction in this pre-market session. Yeah, if you just join us, thank you very much. So okay, Toscan is down 1.75% in this pre-market session. Sunworks is also down 0.13%. Fuel Cell Energy is up slightly 0.17%. Uzop Energy it gapped seriously in this pre-market session where the market opened. It spiked up to $0.1851, but currently down to its normal price of $0.161 at the moment. So STI is okay, up $0.05, closed the session at $0.0491. Momentum is also flat, trading at the same level at the same price with its 10-day trend line, but above all the other trend lines, the 20-day, 50-day, and the long-term 200-day trend line. So STI currently up in this pre-market session. Biosolar is also up in this pre-market session at 0. Or rather, there's no indication there. Sorry about that. There's no we don't have any figures on or any visual concerning Biosolar. Yes. So move on to VTNR. Vertex Energy up 3.47%, trading above all of its trend lines and the volume weighted average price at the moment. So Vertex Energy is up 3.47% currently. If you're there, thanks for joining us. Subscribe, like, and share. So Plug Power down 0.66%. GVO Inc. is up 1.78%, currently trading above all of its trend lines, including the volume weighted average price. The momentum is also strong and bullish. Canoe Inc. is up 3.51%. Fusion Fuel Green is up 5.87% at the moment, just trading slightly below its 10-day trend line. Churchill Capital Lucid Automotive up 2.17% in this pre-market session. QuantumScape up 2.73%. Sorrento up 0.2%. Yeah, if you just joined us, thank you very much for doing so. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe, like and share. Renewable energy is not featuring anything at the moment. Romeo Power up 0.86. Ocean Power Tech up 3.37%. Okay, Lithium America, we don't have any data concerning it at the moment, so the market is opening in about an hour and 2 minutes time. Teradata up 0.86%. Magnite down 3.47%. Cheetah Mobile up 1.92%, but currently trading below all of its trend lines at the moment. Cheetah Mobile. Lake Resources, no figures, no data yet, no visuals yet. Global Battery Metals is trading slightly down from where it closed at $0.43, whereas it closed at $0.437. Vision Hydrogen, we have no visual as such as well. Property Solutions acquisition down 0.8%. Touch Light Energy down 11.81%. Regal Pharmacy. Oh, okay, the markets are open now. Okay, well, okay, yeah, so time zones moved. Yeah, Regal Pharmacy up 0.95%. So let's uncheck this. So let's start all over again and have a look at GameStop. GameStop up 4.64%. Currently trading even below all of, okay, slightly above all of its trend lines. So based on this 1 minute chart, you can see it's extending, trying to surpass that volume weighted average price, but saw some resistance at $2.76 level. We'll come back and look at what's going on in the option speed for GameStop. We can see the Dow is up 0.38%, Nasdaq is unchanged at the moment, SPX is up 0.08%. Let's look at what the Russell is doing. If you just joined us, give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much for doing so. Russell is down 0.05%, but okay, we can't say it's too soon to say anything yet. So let's look at AMC. AMC is up 7.39%. You can see it's just very steep extension or very steep gap. This is probably much of what happened in the pre-market session. So AMC is up 7.44%. Course is equally up, but has exceeded its volume weighted average price, currently trading at $31.13. Nokia up 2.49%, trading above all of its, so way above its trend lines. BlackBerry up 0.08% at the moment. American Battery Metals up 1.62%. Sun Hydrogen is unchanged at the moment. ASTI is up 4.68%. Sensor was up. Energy down 14.29%. Healthier Choices up 6.25%. You can see that the game that's going on this keeps fluctuating back and forth. You can see back and forth. It's going to react again. Can you see that? Goes from unchanged to 6.25. HCMC, Healthier Choices Management Corp. So let's look at LKCO right now and see what's going on. This is up 20. You can see that the amount of that 28% is what is reflected on this, pretty much this steep curve, stiff line on the chart. So still extended further, still going up. So it's one of the stocks at the move at the moment. And there's pharmaceuticals down 14.36%. And TerraBio down 9.81%. Thank you very much for joining us. Give us a thumbs up. Thanks for joining us. So let's see what's going on, what the markets are saying. Might be able to also see a few other stocks that are on the move at the moment. So let's look at this. Chek, Chek Cap Limited. Healthcare and equipment. Today the estimate from it has its Q4 earnings outcomes were expected, or okay, probably not announced yet. So you can see what's going on here. There's a huge spike. So this is still saying 12th, so let's update it to 15th. So let's look at Chek. Chek Cap up 168.3%. You can see that all of that happened in the pre-market session. Momentum is still strong for Chek. Says here, Wall Street set for gains as stimulus euphoria continues. Maybe might find the news concerning Chek. Probably ends outcomes were positive. Okay, so on the winning side, shares of Chek Cap were up 146% in the pre-bell after the company secured US FDA approval for its investigational device exemption application for C-scan polyps. screening test. Okay, so that's what's going on. It got an FDA approval. Yes, so that's why Chek is trending. See, Chek Cap received FDA IDE approval for pivotal study of C-scan CSR pre-bell. So that's what's going on. CHE appears to be in a strong bullish trend. 200-day moving average is upward sloping. The MACD histogram is above 0 and rising. It's outperforming the S&P 500 index. So the MACD histogram is above. Okay, that's the MACD and signal line. See, MACD histogram is above 0 and rising. Yes, it's above, strongly bullish, no doubt about that. It's above several percentages above its 200-day trend line. It says it's okay. It doesn't say the exact figure. It's advancing and extending. It's strongly bullish. The momentum is strongly bullish. The 14-period those stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay high prices for shares. You can see that it's rising. Volume as measured by the unbalanced volume indicator is rising and therefore bullish. This is because volume is greater on up periods than on down periods and implies that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, I think this is where they disclosed the outcomes. Okay, this is where they're disclosing the FDA approval. So Chek Cap currently now at up 170, roughly 180%. So let's see whether we can find more stocks on the move. Thank you very much for joining us. We just looked at Chek Cap. Chek Cap is up roughly 150%. It was higher than that. It was close to 180%. Currently retracing now, retraced below the 10-day trend line. So let's see all the stocks on the move at the moment. Okay, this is another one. AEZS. Tena's Zentaris up 16%, currently trading in between its short-term trend lines, getting some support and resistance at the same time resistance from its short-term trend line. Momentum is good, but not, it's bullish, you know. So let's look at SGLB Sigma Labs Inc. Sigma Labs Inc. Sigma Labs Inc. is up 70, call it roughly 76% right now. The short-term trend lines have caught up with it. It's currently seeing some resistance from that trend line as well, based on this 1 minute chart. All of its trend lines are very, very much bullish, but momentum is also lagging, slightly lagging, but it's still high. So Sigma Labs, let's see, SGLB. Let's have a look and see what's going on with it. Today it reached a 52-week high. It says 52-week high event triggered. Let's update this. Price reached a new 52-week high of $6.45. This exceeds the previous high of $5.65 by $0.8, and it is 230.77% above the 52-week low of $1.95. So Sigma Labs extending in this live session of the 15th of March 2020. You see momentum is strongly bullish. Says Sigma Labs appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero and rising. Comparative relative strength analysis shows it is okay. It's lagging the S&P 500. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay high prices for shares. The volume as measured by the unbalanced volume indicator is rising and therefore bullish. This is because volume is greater on up periods than on down periods, and implies that buyers are presently more active than sellers. You can see momentum is rising, strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic, the unbalanced volume indicator is also positive. The slope is positive, suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So Sigma Labs extending currently in this session. Yeah, if you just join us, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up. Sigma Labs now up 105%. So let's move on and see the next big stock that is extending at the moment. We have already looked at Chek cap. We might come back and look at it in a few minutes. Okay, we've looked at luokung technologies. We have had a look at it. So let's look at FAMI Inc. FAMI Inc. is into food products. Market cap of 29.8 million, says here. FAMI Inc. up 38.62%. Currently seeing some support from the 20-day trend line based on this 1 minute chart at the moment. Momentum is declining. So FAMI is up 38.63%. So let's return and see what's going on with GameStop. GameStop is up 3.74%. Currently getting some resistance from the 200-day trend line, but for some reason as well, the 50-day trend line is below the 200-day trend line. A mix of things have occurred there. I think that 200-day trend line was lying in that region when some of these other shorter trend lines caught up with it. So but as a result of that, the 50-day trend line has they caught up with it. Yeah, but at some point it was slightly ahead, but has since retraced because of retracements that occurred, I think. But since that time has now remained below that other longer term trend line. But the stock is depreciating now. It's down, getting some support from that 50-day trend line. So GameStop is retracing. So let's have a look at the options pit. So let's see what the puts are doing. So if you're there, give us a thumbs up. Thanks for joining us in this session. So let's have a look at the puts. This is still early in the week, so the puts would not, the options wouldn't be getting a lot of decay at the moment. So we have no data here. 275. So we have to go up. Let's look at 43.50. Okay, these are the puts. So that the slight decline we are seeing now hasn't had much impact. No change yet. Momentum for them is also flat as well. So let's see whether we can. It is actually moving because at some point it was at $0.18. Currently it's at $0.2. So it is slightly appreciating, but we'll see. So to get in on that, you will need $20. So let's move further down to see whether we can see what's going on for $55 puts. So currently at 0.35 at the moment. So we're looking at GameStop put contracts. It has lost some value. So we're just trying to see what the opportunities are like on the puts concerning GameStop. So let's bring it up to 103 and see what's going on there. These will be more expensive. Yeah, it's currently at $2.22, so it's going to cost about $222 to get in on this. So, but at the same time as well, GameStop is also slightly increasing at the moment. GameStop up 3.3%. A mix of things have been going on here. The trend lines are all mixed up at the moment. So right here we saw a good buying opportunity and market participants jumped in, and we can see now it has since, even though it's currently retraced now, it's at that point it extended beyond all of its trend lines apart from that 20-day trend line. So that was a good opportunity there, and it extended not shabbily as such for for day trading. $3 gain, well, can be okay, I guess. Yeah. So let's look at AMC. I don't think AMC trades options. So AMC is up 19.27%. You can see nicely extending up there. Yeah, if you're there, give us a thumbs up. You can throw in your own comment. Let's get going. Host Corporation up 9.86%, up 10% now. Trading in between its short and its short-term trend lines, but above its intermediate and long-term trend lines. Does it have options? Does it trade options? Let's see. Okay, no options, I think. Micro battery metals down 3.74%, but trading above its short-term trend lines, yet below its intermediate and longer-term trend lines. It retraced seriously. You can see that. Because of that, the intermediate trend line and the short-term trend line, they are still where they were before. So it was quite a volatile retracement. So some of those, the intermediate will still not have had the time to react fully, but the short and intermediate trend lines obviously react faster, so they better represent what's going on with the stock at the moment. So American battery metals down 3.71%,